Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wake Up Winchester. Today is February the 26th, and as you can see, Casey Dennis is not here, so I have with me Alyssa Holly. I'd like to thank you again for coming and filling in.
Anytime.
All right, so just for a quick note, this is day 57 of 2014, and there are 308 days remaining. All right, so time for some big shot birthdays. Fats Domino is 86, Michael Bolton is 61, and Greg German is 56.
Okay.
So if you have a birthday, we're wishing you a happy birthday from the cast of Wake Up Winchester. There wasn't that many
today.
All right, and also for our special events, today is It's Personal Chef's Day, World Pistachio Day. Today is also For Pete's Sake Day, celebrating one example of a minced oath where an offensive word or phrase is substituted by something more acceptable in society. And then today is also Tell a Fairy Tale Day.
Interesting. I really do wonder where they come up with these at.
I do too.
Because they're very random, and I'm like, who decides, like, oh, February 26th, tell a fairy tale day. Make sure you go tell a fairy tale. I'm like,
I think they probably just type it in and see what comes out.
Exactly. Maybe. We'll see.
I guess. So.
I have one thing in some, I guess, more depressing news. It's what life was like 110 years ago. Alice Hertz Sommer, who at 110 was known as the oldest living Holocaust survivor and the subject of the Oscar-nominated short subject documentary "Lady in Number 6: How Music Saved My Life," died over the weekend in London. This is what life was like 110 years ago, which, as we don't really realize how long that is ago, but you'll realize how long ago it is ago whenever I read this. The average life expectancy in the U.S. was 47 years old. Only 14% of the homes in the U.S. had bathtubs. The tallest structure in the world was the Eiffel Tower. Sugar cost 4 cents a pound. Eggs were 14 cents a dozen. Coffee was 15 cents a pound. Canada passed a law prohibiting poor people from entering the country for any reason. Crossword puzzles, canned beer, and iced tea hadn't been invented yet. There was no Mother's or Father's Day. 2 of 10 adults couldn't read or write, and there was only about 230 reported murders in the entire United States.
Wow, and as we can see, a lot of that stuff has increased, especially the prices and the murders, everything.
Of course, and like to think that like only 110 years ago, which was 1904, there was no Mother's or Father's Day. So.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know who came up with that.
Yeah, I don't even remember actually when it started.
Me either. I have no idea. Actually, I thought it was like a long-lasting thing, but apparently
same
not.
Here. So right now we're actually going to go ahead and take a look at your weather forecast. All right, so it looks like the temperatures are kind of going up and down again. We have the lows kind of some in the teens today and tomorrow. We also have a 30% chance of what looks like rain today, and then on Friday there's a 40% chance of a mix. And then also going into the beginning of next week, Sunday and Monday, we're looking at possible chances of rain, clouds, all that stuff. So it kind of feels like we're slowly working into the spring.
It is.
Spring showers
which
area.
Which is definitely nice because actually the last couple of days I haven't had to wear a jacket, and so like the fact that I don't have to lug around a jacket with me all day is really nice because I'm like, oh my goodness, it's like actually getting warmer.
Yeah, right. Like I'll just wear this kind of thin one just because it little bit cool in the morning, but then when it comes later on in the day.
But it's not necessary, like normal, like it has been in all of January where you were going to die if you didn't wear a jacket. So
that's right. I remember when we had the bomb drill, I forgot a jacket. So luckily one of my friends had 2 hoodies, so he was able to lend me one. But that was the worst decision. Just a heads up for anyone out there, wear a jacket to school when it's
always.
cold.
And if you don't want to wear one to school, leave one in your car. That's what I do. I have a jacket always in my car, no matter what. If it rains, if it gets cold, there's just one there.
That's always a good idea.
Always.
So I have right now, it happened today in history. So as we all like to say, something might not happen today, but something way back when
happened today.
So there's actually some pretty good stuff in here. 1919, an act of the U.S. Congress established most of the Grand Canyon as the United States National Park. Let me see. In 1996, a 38-year-old Indiana woman tried to remove a callus from her foot by shooting it off with a .410 gauge shotgun. She told police later at the hospital she had been drinking heavily, and it seemed like a good idea. 1997, it took 3 people to wrestle a pet python named Squeezer into a sack after it broke out of its aquarium and went on a rampage in the owner's home in South Dakota. Animal control officials said 2-year pythons can become very aggressive. Who would have thought pythons would be aggressive?
I mean, no. I mean, that's just complete nonsense. Python's aggressive. You know, they don't just choke things all the time. Why would you have a pet python? I don't understand.
And then in 2005, Bank of America acknowledged its lost computer tapes containing account information on 1.2 million federal employee credit cards, including those of some U.S. senators. So yeah, not very good stuff happened.
Doesn't
today
seem
back
like there
in
was
history.
anything exciting that was
Minus-
like good. Yeah.
Minus the 1919 act about the Grand Canyon becoming
That was
national
good.
park.
I mean,
that was,
yeah, but
that was
I mean,
good. But a
wouldn't the Grand
12-gauge
Canyon be
shotgun, a python, losing credit card
Millions
stuff.
of
So
videos.
on that note, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. Stay tuned for more Wake Up Winchester right after this.
St. Teresa's Outreach Ministry in Winchester, Tennessee is a private company categorized under social service and welfare organizations. STORM is a local non-sectarian, non-profit charitable organization providing services to those in need who typically fall through the cracks in this area's social services net. It is located at 900 South Shepherd Street in the Franklin County Annex Building. People in need are encouraged to pick up food supplies when available and to apply for financial help with security deposits for utility bills, rent, as well as medical expenses, gas, and other needs. To contact them, call 968-6540.
Be a parent, not a peer.
I need you to give me clear rules.
I just want to hear that you love me.
Let me know you care.
Ask me about my social life.
Ask me about school.
It's okay to check up on me.
I might complain, but I really do want you to check up on me.
Please see how I'm doing.
I want you to be in my life. I want you to know I'm okay.
Be a parent, not a peer. This message produced for you by the Franklin County High School Media Arts class in collaboration with the Franklin County Prevention Coalition.
Oh my gosh, what a loser. She's such a geek. Get lost.
This dip is better than that dip.
Young man, we received an anonymous tip about an underage drinking party last night at this address. When teens drink on your property, you're responsible. Parents who host lose the most.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Welcome back to Wake Up Winchester. Today we have some entertainment news for you, some interesting stuff. Ghostbusters stars Harold Ramis. Sorry if I completely butchered that. Dies. Comedy legend Harold Ramis, best known for his role in the hit Ghostbusters films, has died. He was 69. Ramis suffered from autoimmune inflammatory vasculitis. Yeah, I guess.
Sounds close enough.
A disease that causes swelling in the blood vessels, and died from complications of the illness, surrounded by his family. Ramis' Hollywood breakthrough came in 1978 when he co-wrote the blockbuster comedy National Lampoon's Animal House. He went on to co-write Stripes, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, and films in which he also co-starred. Ramos co-wrote and made his directorial debut with Caddyshack, followed by National Lampoon's Vacation. He most recently directed episodes of The Office.
Okay.
It's really sad because I'm a big Ghostbusters fan.
Yeah.
I actually don't know the actors from it because I'm not like that big of a fan, but I do like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's really sad.
On in entertainment news, the voice coaches performed Love Somebody Without You.
Huh.
The voice coaches kicked off season 6 premiere on Monday night performing a melody of their hits. Blake Shelton and Shakira sang a duet of Whenever, Wherever, and Boys Around Here, while Adam Levine and Usher performed Maroon 5's Love Somebody. The foursome then sang Usher's Without You.
That's really cool.
It is, and I actually really love The Voice because, you know, The Voice and American Idol are both going at the same time right now, and I actually watched an episode of American Idol, which is huge because I haven't watched one in, like, I don't even know how many seasons, and I really was unimpressed with it. Like,
yeah,
it sounds
it's gotten, they should just kind of...
They should just let it go and just, like, let The Voice take over because The Voice is much better.
They were kind of, like, the start of all this singing stuff, pretty much, and now everything else is kind of coming up, and they're going down, so just... stop while you're a little behind.
Exactly, because it's like, okay, like they were huge and they're like, well, let's just keep bringing it on, and then it's like no one cares about American Idol anymore. Like The Voice, everyone likes The Voice and everyone likes the X Factor.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like American Idol, like, So.
It's just kind of there.
Exactly.
So on a completely
different
note, a horseshoe is a symbol of good luck, but also has a more practical use, which is to protect a beautiful animal's delicate foot. The UT College of Veterinary Medicine works with a farrier, an expert who shoes horses. As Chuck Denny reports, a good health for a horse starts from the ground up.
With a few carefully placed strikes, an age-old tradition continues. Horses have delicate feet and need proper shoes, and Dudley Hurst hammers equine footwear into shape. Hurst is a master craftsman farrier, one who builds shoes for horses, as opposed to a blacksmith who mainly works with metals.
One of the first rules that we have as farriers is that anything we do complements the horse's natural hoof.
Hurst uses this 1500-degree oven to make the shoes. It all happens at the Veterinary Medical Center at the UT Institute of Agriculture. Hurst has been the in-house farrier some 20 years and works with both orthopedic veterinarians and students to care for horses.
If I can better communicate what we need in routine hoof care to help a horse that may be having a problem, then we've succeeded in improving the welfare of that horse's life.
Farrier work is the most frequently used healthcare service for horses and a key part of equine rehab. A horse may need a vet checkup about once a year, but they need new shoes a lot more often than that.
Horses are built from the ground up, and if they have bad feet, that affects everything. Everything from the soundness in the limbs to back pain to their performance under saddle.
Once the footwear is produced, it's time for this horse to get new shoes. Hurst doesn't want the animal to get a bacterial infection, so he first cleans out the hoof. Then later, he puts the new shoe in, tapping it into place. Hurst says farrier work is changing, with new materials used for shoes and different techniques in foot care.
Keeping the tradition alive for farriers, I believe that it is something that we really want to see grow with the university here in continuing education programs.
A quick shine and the shoe fits for this horse, courtesy of a skilled farrier whose work is a combination of tradition and modern-day animal health. This is Chuck Denny reporting.
Welcome back to Wake Up Winchester. We'd like to thank Chuck Denny for that story. As usual, those stories are pretty interesting.
Informative.
That's right. So the price of gasoline is only going to keep going up, as we know, but for at least a few hours on Monday, New Yorkers enjoyed a break at the pump. Can you guess how? Like, it's because Dallas came back on TNT is why they dropped prices. Can you guess how much they dropped the price to for a little while at least?
$2.50.
$1.98. They dropped the price to $1.98, about half the current price of anywhere else in the city.
Yeah, I would have driven to New York to get that gas price because that's amazing.
That's
so
really awesome.
Like, I get so excited because I drive an SUV. I'm like, oh my goodness, gas is going down. Like, at one moment in time, gas was like $2.94, and I was like, this is like amazing. Like, why can't it stay here? Now it's back up to $3.12, and I'm like, I really want to cry because I'm like, It's like double. It's like 10 cents more, and you don't think that it's that much, but it actually really does make a difference.
Yeah. So, although that the price went down for the gas, prepare to dish out more cash in order to spend a day basking in the magic of Disney theme parks. One-day passes to the parks got a $4 price increase this week, bringing the cost of one day at Disney World's Magic Kingdom up to $99. One-day passes to Walt Disney World Resorts, other 3 parks, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios, are now $94. So,
truthfully, I don't even like Magic Kingdom, so I don't understand why that's the most expensive one.
I like Universal Studios, honestly.
Universal Studios is much better than Disney World. And, like, no hate on Disney World, because Disney World's like the ultimate place for like if you're ages of 10 and under. But
it's a good spot for families.
It is. It's a good family vacation. If you have little children, they love it, and they can go see the princesses and stuff. But if you're, I guess it's the easy way to put this. If you're in middle school and up, you no longer enjoy it as much because they don't have actual rides.
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of like shows and stuff, and then obviously they have like the rock and roller coaster and like the Yeti and all that stuff, but it's really cool. But no, it's one ride per park. It's okay.
I like, because for those that are looking for the thrill of the rides.
Exactly, that's gonna be Universal Studios.
Universal Studios, most definitely, because they have a lot. And I remember when I went there 8th grade year, they were in the process of building the Harry Potter roller
Harry
coaster.
Potter, yes, where they have like Harry Potter World and stuff there now.
Yeah, so
yes.
they were in the process of building that when I was there, so I've never actually got to ride that stuff yet, which I want to go back and do, which
well,
hopefully.
Definitely, and I think last time I was there, which was, I can't even remember last time I was there, but the Mummy Return roller coaster had just opened, and I was like in awe because it was like the most amazing ride I'd ever been on my life. So, but yeah.
So, and some more kind of, I guess, depressing stuff.
Oh, okay.
Pet owners in a San Francisco neighborhood are being advised to be on alert after poisonous meatballs were found Saturday. Similar incidents occurred last July. 21 poisonous meatballs that may have been intended to harm or kill pets were found hidden in bushes and shrubs Saturday morning. Animal control officers have posted signs in the area alerting pet owners to the hazard and are encouraging people to be on the lookout for additional poisoned meatballs. In July of last year, hundreds of tainted meatballs were found containing levels of a lot of stuff that I can't pronounce that are lethal to humans. So,
why would any? I don't understand why people would do that. Like, why hurt animals? Poor animals. They're just animals. Don't hurt them. Just like, and what's the point in that? First off, I want to know who discovered them. It was like, hey, here's a meatball, and then like, hey, let's go get it tested, and then there's like all these weird chemicals in it.
Well, maybe they just probably just like found it in a kind of a weird spot. Maybe they may have thought just something was a little out of the ordinary with it. Maybe. I just know it's in San Francisco, so it's not here. But if you're traveling to San Francisco, I guess
be aware.
Be looking out for that. So that's all I have time for this segment. Stay tuned for more Wake Up Winchester right after this commercial break.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to Wake Up Winchester. We'd like to thank you for staying tuned during that commercial break. So I have some wacky but true stuff here now.
Love them.
A Mexican motorist was busted drunk and driving after a friend ratted him out to police. The 49-year-old was pulled over by officers at a routine alcohol checkpoint in Mexico City. As he got out of the car to be tested, cops heard a voice saying, "He's drunk, he's drunk." At first, they thought someone else was inside the vehicle, but on closer inspection, they were stunned to see it was the man's beloved parrot snitching on him.
That is hilarious because that means obviously parrots don't they repeat what they hear. Therefore, that guy has to be drunk a lot.
Yeah.
A lot in order for that parrot to be able to say something like that. Or someone, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. You can't trust anyone. Can't even trust your pets.
I know. So also I have 2 robbers that were recognized stories. Like they tried robbing somewhere, but they were recognized by the employees. The robber of a convenience store in Lorain, Ohio wore a hood and a scarf, but employees still recognized him by his voice. They told police that the robber was the brother of another employee at the store. They knew him because he frequently visited his brother while he was working. And then the other one is the robber at a Radio Shack in Clearwater, Florida, wore a ski mask, but employees still recognized him. He ordered an employee to get on the floor and pepper sprayed her, so she ran. He tried to tase her, but ended up shocking himself instead, so he ran. The alleged robber is an employee of the store and was arrested when several hours later he arrived back at the store for his scheduled work shift.
I swear. It's like, the more I think about it, I'm like, no, the human race, we're not stupid.
Yeah.
And then stuff like this happens and I'm like, no, we really are stupid, because why would you rob someplace where everyone there knows you?
I know.
Why would you rob a store that you work at? How does that make sense?
Why would you rob a store? I mean, come on, today's day and age, all the technology, everything that law enforcement has, you're most likely gonna get caught anyway.
But exactly. So first off, why would you rob a store?
Because you're most likely gonna get caught, and second, you're even more likely to when
if you rob a store that you work at and or know the people at.
Exactly.
So, new rule: don't rob a store that you know people at. It's common sense, but whatever.
And then I have one more this is kind of funny. Have you heard of the big mango in Australia? I never.
The big mango?
Yeah.
That sounds amazing, but no.
Okay, well, I guess it's a 33-foot tall sculpture that was kind of made in dedication to their mango producing stuff, whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, well, it's been stolen. Yeah. It has recently been stolen, and the fruit cost $90,000 when it was built. So they're not sure.
33 foot tall?
Yes. And it weighs 7 tons. And it was stolen.
How does someone steal a 33 foot tall, 7 ton weighing mango and gigantic mango and no one see it? How's that possible?
I don't know, but that's why it's on our list of wacky but true.
All right, well.
Whatever works.
Yeah, I guess so. In some more entertainment news, Brooke Burke-Carvet talks Dancing with the Stars. Brooke Burke-Carvet is talking about her elimination, it has quotes, okay. From Dancing with the Stars. I have enjoyed 7 seasons co-hosting Dancing with the Stars, but understand the need for change considering the position of the show at this juncture. I've always been one to embrace change and looking forward to pursuing opportunities I previously wasn't able to entertain because of contractual obligations to the show. I've seen my fair share of shocking eliminations in the ballroom, but this one takes the cake. So I assume, I haven't watched Dancing with the Stars in a really long time, but I assume that she is no longer one of the co-hosts of it. So
I guess so, yeah.
And she sounds like she's happy about it, but then at the same time, she sounds kind of bitter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you got rid of me. Why? Also in entertainment news, We're the Millers sequels moves ahead, which if you haven't seen We're the Millers, it's hilarious. Go see it. So the fact that they're making a sequel is really exciting. At the same time, I hope it doesn't suck compared to the first one. One of 2013's biggest comedies was We're the Millers, so it should come as no surprise that there's a sequel in the works, and now we've heard that the writer has been lined up. We're the Millers star Jason Sudeikis, Jennifer Aniston, Will Poulter, and Emma Roberts as a make-believe family created by a drug dealer, so he can bring 1,400 pounds of marijuana into the U.S. The movie proved to be a surprise hit, grossing $115 million domestically and almost $270 million worldwide. It was filmed on a budget of only $37 million.
Wow.
So, yeah, so they made a crap ton of money off that. But the fact that they're making a sequel is really exciting to me, because either sequels end up being really good or they end up being really bad. So we'll figure that out. Also, NCIS to address Ralph Wright's passing during the season finale. NCIS will address the recent passing of veteran actor Ralph Waite, who's popped up as Gibbs' father Jackson in the upcoming season 11 finale. CBS says the writers are working on something special to address the passing of Ralph Waite, best known for playing the Waltons' beloved Partridge. I think that's correct. Waite made his NCIS debut in season 6. Waite also reoccurred on Bones as Booth's grandfather. It's unclear if the Fox drama will also address his passing as well.
Okay.
So
NCIS is going to address it. We're not sure yet if
Bones will. Exactly.
Okay. So
I always wonder how they do that, because I'm like, when an actor dies in the middle of a series, especially if it was completely unexpected, like with the Glee star, I'm like, how do you just work that in that he's dead now?
Movie magic, I guess.
I guess so.
And I'm not sure. You know the who got first and second at the Olympics? Do you?
First and second in medal counts, Russia, which it's Russia, and in America we got second in medal counts, which is exciting. But
Still just a little disappointing.
It's a little disappointing.
But I mean, obviously it was made in Russia, so they kind of made it to where they expect Russians to win the event.
Well, yeah, and it's for the fact that, I mean, I know, like ice skating specifically, I was really, really going for Kim Yuna, also known as Yuna Kim, because that's how you pronounce it in America, is Yuna Kim. In Korea, you pronounce it as Kim Yuna. But she got the gold in the Vancouver Olympics for women's single ice skating, and then she got the silver in Sochi, which makes me really upset because I was really pulling for her. And then the Russian girl, I can't pronounce her name because I can't pronounce
the young girl?
Not the 15-year-old, the 17-year-old. No one expected her to win because they thought that was like out there, but she ended up winning the gold for that. And so, yeah, but 4 years from now, Winter Olympics. Exciting. I really love Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Pyeongchang, Korea.
Now we've got 2 more years for the Summer Olympics,
which is in Rio de Janeiro.
Yes.
So yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
Exactly.
On that note, that is all the time we have today for Wake Up Winchester. We'd like to thank you for watching. If you would like to be a guest or have any comments on our show, feel free to email us at wakeupwinchester@fcrebels.com. I'm Blake Shaw.
I'm Alyssa Hawley. Thanks for watching.